Greetings, chess players. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings, and we are. Thanks, Lily. We are going live during the August Summer Chess Camp, free online summer chess camp, and I'm going to be playing some chess with you guys. So let me first of all check my windows. Good, we're good. And now I am going to No, there's not supposed to be a Blitz tournament right now. Why would there be a Blitz tournament right now? Is there really? It's supposed to be live chess with me. So that is supposed to be. Is there a Blitz tournament or. Oh. The Blitz tournament's supposed to be tomorrow. And so, yeah, you guys should withdraw. And then we can play. Sorry for the confusion. Something weird happened there. Maybe I was switching the schedule, or I don't know. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna check my friend requests and go ahead and click a couple new friends. Sorry about, it's morning and my broadcast skills aren't quite as good. And then I already see a challenge from Mr. Blister. I'll go ahead and accept just to get the ball rolling so I can look at chess rather than not make sense in what I'm saying. All right, so e4, e5. We both get us. And I don't think I've ever played Mr. Blister Lister before. So this is going to be a new and fun experience. All right, so I play knight c6. And we've got a Scotch game. I'll go ahead and accept. And then I'm thinking if I want to throw some sidelines or what I might like I said, I don't think I've ever played Mr. Blister Lister before, and he has kind of a cool what do you call it, screen user photo. I'm gonna go ahead with the queen to h4 line. The Steinitz variation. There's a game, I'm trying to remember the game that I saw this in. It was not played by Steinitz. I believe it was played by Henry Bird. And let's see. Should I play bishop b4? Or now in the Henry Bird game, I believe the white had played knight b5 here, and this was terribly exciting, right? Because they're threatening a fork down here, but leaving this exposed, right? And I believe Henry Bird played bishop c5 here. After, look at these arrows. Whoa, my arrow drawing is nonsensical too. So far, my broadcast skills are not up to snuff this morning. I've noticed that my right button on my mouse is not staying depressed. It's getting too happy. Um, so yeah, I remember that. But he didn't play. He did not play the knight b5 line. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the bishop b4, putting the pin on the knight and then exposing. Once again, exposed. See, it's not staying depressed. It's like too sensitive. I don't know what's going on with my right button. I noticed it during a lesson or two. I wonder if it needs new batteries. If that, that might fix the issue. But it's interesting that the left button seems to be accurate, the right button not. So that is an interesting. All right, I could take on e4 with check if I want to do that first. But I'm going to go ahead and take the knight here. Yeah, so there's this Henry Bird game, getting back to what I was talking about in the Scotch, where after Queen H4, Knight B5 was played, and then I think Bishop C5 threatening the belly button twice, and then Knight takes C7, fork check, King D8, and then Knight can't take the rook, so White castles. It's a very exciting game. I can almost remember the whole thing now. But I shouldn't be thinking about that right now. I should be thinking about the game I'm playing with Mr. Blister Lister. If I play Knight F6, okay, so here's an interesting situation. I want to play Knight F6, but then my queen can't retreat back on the diagonal from which it came. So it's a little dangerous. Knight h6 actually does most of the same things, and yeah, is actually, in my opinion, a safer choice for me right now. Mr. Blister Lister. Okay, so he just castles. Um, and then I was thinking bishop, knight g4, threatening a mate here. I'm playing a little dangerously. And now bishop to d6. So if he takes my knight, then I still get checkmate. Just some fun tactics. How's everybody doing, by the way? Let me look at the chat. Jollification, I'm not willing to sacrifice 16 rating points with trying. I think the tournament was canceled, so I think we're good. Wow, Skywalker, you've had this position before? Okay. That's cool. And this is a neat response. So if I take, then he can take my knight. Still, I think I kind of like that. I think that's okay for me. Although, wait. Before I take his bishop, I should look at my checks, captures, and threats. So I have this bishop h2 check move, right? I can throw in some nonsense here. But I'm going to go ahead and take the bishop. And then he should take, yeah. And then I get to take the g4 pawn with my bishop, threatening his queen. What is going on with my speaking? So my arrows in my speaking are not up to snuff this morning. Now there's dark squared weakness all around. See? There we go. Dark squared weakness all around the king. That square is also weak. This king is like in so much weakness right now. I'm so close. So I think, you know, bishop c5 check is just super mean. I think he needs to block with rook f2. Yeah, you never want to have to play f3 defensively. f6 if you're black. I mean, you just never want to have to do it. So that's pinned. I can take with check. And then I think probably queen c5 check, and then I get my bishop out of there. Bishop h5 is probably my best line. Although I could play bishop h5 first. And then I want to, no, I don't want to play bishop h5 first. I want to try and get castle queenside if possible, so my rook's in the d file, pinning his bishop. So I think, let's see. I could play queen c5 check. I could play bishop d7, and then I would be able to castle queenside. I'm going to play the check, and then probably bishop d7, maybe bishop h5. If I can't castle queenside, castling kingside's okay too. But I'm going to go bishop d7. And so this is like clearly I just want to castle queenside. And the reason I play bishop d7 is because he can move his bishop on d3. I'm just starting to describe some of these variations without drawing the arrows because my mouse right click button has been malfunctioning. Alright. Then I castle. I'm behind a pawn shield of 4 pawns. Not even just 3, 4. And I'm down to 3 minutes, but no big deal. Some of us play speed chess fairly regularly. It's not my, I actually prefer really, really slow chess, which is why I even played correspondence chess. Became a correspondence chess master, playing very, very slow. You have to make so many moves in so many days. But I play speed chess to keep my brain sharp. So it's like an exercise. Alright. I'm weighing moving my h-rook into the file with his queen, but I think what I want to do instead is advance this. I'm advancing this pawn down to this point where my bishop and rook would be supporting it, and it's the base of the pawn chain that is his pawn shield right now. My pawn shield is very tight. His is extended into a chain, and there's weakness. It's a slower build-up. But I really got, you know, like a lot of his light squares taken care of with this pawn here, right? So his bishop, his knight, all this stuff. Okay, so he wants to trade queens. I don't want to trade queens because I'm the guy with the really nice attack. But if I don't trade queens, he's gonna get this, and then All right, so I got to come out here to defend this pawn and avoid trading queens. I think it was a 10-minute game. There's no increment here. I saw somebody ask in chat. 15 and 10 is a fun time control though. In fact, I think it's Thursday night. I'm going to be playing not playing, but visiting a 15 and 10 tournament in Menlo Park, California. So if you live in the area, go check out the Menlo Park Chess Club Thursday night. I will be there. Okay, so now he's threatening down here. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I don't care. Oh, actually, do I? Because then this would be a pass pawn. There's no reason. There's no reason to give him that. I don't want to block my queen's ability to slide back over in a moment. I'd like to play king b8. And then just advance the pawn storm. I'm down to a minute, so I will have to play a little bit more snappy. Okay. Hey, this is like some kind of smart move. Wow. Yeah, if I take, then his rook can, but no, because his queen, yeah, he wants to, okay, he wants to come down there with his queen. Got it. Cool little distraction move. If I go here, knight b8, again, the distraction. I got trade queens. Ah, I didn't want to trade queens. I did not want to do that. And now I got to play fast. I'm down to 50 seconds. I thought I was going to, just casually scoot my pawn down the board. So much for that plan. Okay, so his knight goes right back where it was. 40 seconds. Am I going to lose my first game here? Maybe. There's my pass pawn. That's trouble for him. My dog's out there barking again. "37 seconds. I got a pass pawn and an extra rook for a knight. There we go. And pass pawn should be pushed. And then this actually might not have been such a good choice on my part. There's a few things wrong with this pawn shove here. I had better ways of doing it, but I'm down to 28 seconds. Yep, see that is part of the problem. 21 seconds. We'll be okay though. There's a standing pin. Uh, 17 seconds. And I let my pass pawn fall. Really, Chris? Not so good. Not so good. Mr. Blister, you're going to win. You're going to win the first game here. Good job. I was doing fine, and then I think I just started talking a little too much. And he even gets the queen anyways. Yeah. I did a faulty pre-move there. Not so good. I lose my first game of the day. Oftentimes I lose my first game when I'm playing. I don't know about you guys. It takes me one game to get back into chess mode. Yep, time. I lost on time. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead click the game review real fast. And you guys can see, because chess.com has these cool tools. Hi, Lola. Hi, Lola. You were outside barking. I heard you. Let's see if the cool tools will work for me for the moment. It's been really slow. Usually the game review is not this slow. I don't think it's to do with my broadcasting. I may have to try and look at that with you guys later. In the meantime, I will go ahead and play someone else. I wanted to look at the game review with you. I wanted to, because they got cool tools. And there's some tricks to how I like to use it. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the play screen. Let's see if I have another challenge. And I do. Here's something from Copper April. Good morning, Copper April. How are you? Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and start d4. Play a London. Alright, so this is one of those situations, and I'm drawing very slowly with my arrow. Hopefully it goes. I don't want that to go there and do like a reverse fried liver kind of thing, so I play c3. Yeah, I think part of my problem in that first game with Mr. Blister was, number one, it was the first game, and oftentimes I lose my first game of the day. So I like to try and play 1 or 2 games off air. I didn't have a chance to this morning. And then the other problem was there was no increment, so I was just casually talking, and I got my time a little too low. The key for him, you know, we could go back through maybe later, but the key for Mr. Blister is when he played that pretty G pawn push that kind of forced me to trade queens with him. If my queen stayed on the board, I easily win this in like 30 seconds time. On my clock, when the queen came off the board, I had like 30 seconds, and I felt a little flustered. So it was a really pretty removal of the guard kind of tactic, Mr. Blister, and I really appreciate. You know, I could do the silly thing here. I could play bishop g5 and just take the pin like it's a... Yeah, sometimes I do the silly thing. I know the computer's going to say, oh, it's not your best move, whatever. But instead of trading my technically bad bishop for his good bishop, sometimes I just kind of switch into a Tory attack, which is bishop g5 instead of bishop f4. And I've gotten reasonably good results with this against a strong competition. I suppose I'll just castle. Yeah, this one's kind of like a more boring London. I was hoping to castle opposite sides. Okay. So, pawn and center, castle, unify rooks. Good job, Copper April. The only problem is that my bishop can come here, and now it looks like your queen is in the wrong spot. So good in that you were following 3 opening goals. Bad in that, you know, I realign my bishop against your queen. And now, see, I can kind of improve my position while attacking your queen a second time here. I could take with the bishop or with the pawn. I'm going to take with the bishop. Keep that London pawn wedge intact. But yeah, so Mr. Blister is a new person and has a 1-0 record against me now. Copper April is somebody I've played a few times, and or more. So some new friends, some old friends. Jollification won the accidental tournament. Nice. Arcane Doctrine, yeah, it's been a long time. Nice to have you showing up. Glad you're doing okay. He was a chess baby when he started watching me. Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to do? My knight is not so great right now. Jollification, I see you're challenging me. That's wonderful. Nice to see you back. I saw your name on the list. Jollification. So, Arcane Doctrine, he is, like the, what do you call it? The admin for our Twitch channel. Not the admin, the, something. There's a term for it. Yeah. He's in the house, so another reason to make sure that you are courteous in chat. Jollification, he's like the original gangster of our channel. I mean, he's been with us for several years, nearly the whole time. I should unify my rooks. I really should. Queen b3 is not so outstanding, though. Bishop g3, knight f3, knight e5 would be nice. Knight f3 first allows him to play knight e4. But then, yeah. I'm gonna pull back bishop g3. I'm expecting him to play c5. Then I'm gonna play knight f3 and then knight e5. So I'm moving the bishop to make way for my knight, but keeping my knight where it is one step longer. This gives, he's got a little bit more space than me, so good for him. I do this exchange, and now I'm threatening knight e5. Again, improving my position while hassling his queen. So he moved his queen forward to unify his rooks, which makes sense. Okay, and he puts his bishop on d6, so it could be an end to my fun here. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. And then we'll see if he's willing to give up his bishop pair to stop me from having a knight on e5. So we're in the final free online summer chess camp. My name is Chris Torres. I run Daily Chess Musings. If you want to find out more about our chess camp, you can go to dailychessmusings.com. It's a free online summer chess camp. This is August. So we've done one in June, one in July. And so I suppose, since it's the August one, how's everybody's summer doing? Thank you, Jollification, for telling me the name of what Arcane Doctrine is. He is a moderator. A moderator. Not an admin. A moderator. How's everybody's summer been? We're on our third camp, so you might have done a lot already for summertime fun. tournament over. Jollification 1. Ah. It was the accidental tournament. If you played in the accidental tournament, come on over to the Twitch stream right now. Welcome. If you played in the accidental tournament, I lost my first game of the morning to Mr. Blister, who played a good game and one really exceptional move that I wanted to look at in the game analysis, but my computer was being slow, so we didn't get to. And now, not Jollification, Copper April is playing a really fine game against me here. Honestly, we've exchanged a lot of... I've been a little too pedestrian with him. We've exchanged a lot of pieces. There's no longer tension in the middle. And he's getting to what would be a fine endgame. A fine endgame. I do not see any trouble with his endgame. And I don't want his knight to go to e4. Should I play an endgame with him just to stop his knight from getting to... Yeah, whatever. I mean, I could have thrown f3 in there, but I wasn't too keen on this idea. So we got a queen and rook endgame. So Copper April's got legit chances. There's not very much... there's no minor pieces on the board, and I have not really gotten a good enough advantage to win this yet. So it's 2 games in a row where I'm not playing so great. Hello, Khalil. And Khalil's asking, how's the Eid Foundation? The Eid Foundation's doing great. In fact, I think Jim Eid was in the last issue of Forbes magazine, and he just won an award for Best Interview of the Year from the Chess Journalists of America. Vinay Bhatt won an award for Best Book of the Year for our prize that we're giving out. And DailyChessMusings.com was the best website. So you're hanging out with winners. Let's improve the scope here. Yeah, Eid Foundation's doing a lot of good. Every time Jim appears in an article like that, it raises awareness. And when you're running a foundation, raising awareness is important. I'm trying to play f5 here. So everything's kind of running according to plan, basically. Copper April's pawn structure is pointed this way, so he's starting to push pawns over there, and my pawn structure is pointed this way, so what am I doing? I'm pushing pawns in that direction. You play to the area of the board where you have more space. It's that simple. Chess can be complex and simple simultaneously. This is now an isolated pawn. I could take, double up, and threaten his queen, but I could take with my queen, then he takes, then I take, and then I'm doubled up against his isolated pawn. I think I win a pawn doing that. I think I do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yeah. Tradesy, 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 and then I win a pawn. Aha! Not so simple, Copper April says. I decline your trade and threaten on b2. If, let's see. Do I want to play rook f2? Do I want to? to defend the pawn just for the moment. I can't scoot it forward because then I allow his rook battery through. I would like to win the center pawn and thus have a protected pass pawn. But is it worth? It's not worth letting him here and then here, because then all three of his remaining pieces will have breached my defenses. So I'm going to go ahead and play rook f2. Let's see what's happening in chat. Do we get a certificate if we participate in all three camps? Yeah. That's what we generally do. We'll all right, and then let's see. He's moving a2. And he's threatening the pawn on a2. It's not as it's not as fast if I allow him to get the pawn on a2, but there's no reason to allow him to get the pawn on a2. I could just simply play a3, and then I'm still attacking this pawn twice. So, and see, I'm being a little more casual again and just kind of talking and taking it slow. But this time we've got this 10-second increment, and it makes all the difference in the world. All right, so he's defending twice. This is interesting. So my queen is coordinated with both rooks. I'm so close to being able to break through either here or here, right? I'm attacking both of these points twice, and he's defending both twice. Good job, Copper April. You're making it hard, and I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and move my rook over, coordinate my rooks. So I'm threatening mate in the back rank, because my queen is taking his escape square. But, you know, I appreciate you guys have been... and I see a lot of fun chat happening. That's great, too. All right. Now things are getting serious. He's threatening my... Let me move my screen back where it was. He's threatening my queen. Stops the checkmate. I still have the back rank check, followed by another check. Queen f6 removes the pressure off this, though. You know, I'm looking at it. It removes some pressure. I have check, 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 and then queen e5 check. That seems reasonable. But I'm going to go... Well, queen f6, he could play rook c6. If I play queen f6, rook c6, and his queen's backward defending... but then I throw in the check. God, yeah. I think it may work. Queen f6. And then what I was thinking is I throw in this check here. He takes, I throw in this check here. And then I throw in this checkmate. That was pretty finish. It was a pretty finish. Excellent game, Copper April. Excellent, excellent game. Let me see if the game review button's working for me real fast. It is. All right, so, wow. You have a lot to be proud of, Copper April. A rating on here of 730, and you played with an 82 accuracy. You have a lot to be proud of. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click out of this real fast. And I wanted to look real fast if it's working. Let me go to my archive. I'll play another game with you guys in a second. But I wanted to look at my loss with Mr. Blister, if it's going to work for me, and it is now. Cool. All right, so my accuracy was much lower. I got 75.6 instead of, so it's like a C instead of an A, right? I got an A, if we're talking about school grades, against Copper April and a C. But I want to talk about one move in particular here that I thought was cool. Let's see. And that is a blunder, leads to losing a pawn. Then I get the check, yep. So I'm taking control here. And then I defend, and then right there. This move I thought was just a great move, Mr. Blister. If you're still watching, I'd give this an exclaim. When you do this, you're giving my, queen trouble hanging on to this pawn. You're trying to remove the guard. And so basically I'm forced to exchange queens, which, even though I was ahead material, look at my time. I was casually moving toward a checkmate, right? Then, I'm pushing my passed pawn forward. And then, yeah, this is where I'm a little low on time, so I get kind of flustered. And then, yeah. So what should I have done there instead? Let's see. I'm just curious what the computer says is best. Ah. Yeah, I should have seen that. 2 pieces in a rank. And a rook that can go there. Yeah, I missed a tactic. I was down to 28 seconds, and he threw me off with his beautiful... And then, yeah, I'm just playing under time pressure. And first game of the day, Mr. Blister, you played a great game, but this move, I would give an exclaim to. Because first, let's go here. First, he goes there, and I thought he was just like casually trying to trade queens with me. But no, he's actually threatening here, and then checkmate, right? He wants to come here, and then there. So I guard that. And then he removes the guard. And I was simply going to scoot this pawn here, and watch his dominoes fall, his pawn chain fall apart, and deliver a checkmate. I wasn't planning on playing an endgame. And he forced me. So, Mr. Blister, it gives you a check mark. I'd give it an exclaim. It was a good move. All right. Now, let me go back to my play screen. That's cool that was working now. And let me see. Congratulations, Jollification again. Let's see. Who are my... Go away, Blitz Tournament. There we go. Let's see. I'm getting a lot here. You see. All right, Jollification. You've beaten me on air before. Go ahead, do your stuff. Do your stuff. Jollification is a long-time learner in the Daily Chess Musings community and a fine chess player. I've been, if memory serves me, I think I've been playing Jollification for at least like 3 years now during these kinds of events. So I'm kind of doing a reverse Black-Mer-Demer, making up a gambit as I go. F6 does expose your king to, you know, some early troubles if you aren't careful. And he chooses to support this pawn. Good for you. I choose to attack it again. So he does not want to take this pawn and allow me to develop, and instead he was creating a diagonal for his light bishop. And so now I got, see, now this threat is like real, right? That's a real threat. And the other way is not too happy either. He's also got this, which if I block, he can sack and then pick up the thing. But I got to protect my king first. Although maybe I could play Queen F6 and do both. Maybe. Look at my arrows again. So let me look at my checks, captures, and threats. I'm thinking about Queen F6 in particular, because Queen F6 would help stop the check, because then I can play G6 and it's more defended, and then C6 is defended. So I'm going to play Queen F6. I'm going to play Queen F6. I probably should have played Knight F6, but Queen F6 is kind of fun, because I'm also threatening this, right? And this is an opening I'm just kind of making up as I go along. Like I said, I doubt this has been played, you know, very often. It's like a reverse, it started off as a reverse Black-Mer-Demer, and then now it's taken its own form. F4, so he's using the F-pawn to support. I suppose I have, if he's going to play F4, I have time to play C6, right? Sure. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about the check coming from the bishop as much anymore. I just have to be ultra concerned about this. And he plays Knight C3, and my C6 pawn is stopping most of that. If I play bishop D6, I'm threatening to win a knight. Knight H6. It'd be the second time in like as many games that I've put a knight on the rim. Bishop B4 pins his knight. Bishop D6, then he plays Queen D4. I see this. He's able to defend it. Let's see. I have to do a lot more thinking in the opening here because, like I said, I did early improvisation, which is fun. Knight H6. Jollification, I've had some good tactical battles over the years. This always fun. Always fun. I want to say Jollification's in high school. Finishing up high school, if I remember correctly from our previous conversations in chat. Just graduated high school, he says. Yep, see? You doing some college? You got plans? What are you going to do after? You just graduated. In a moment, we'll find out. This is what you do. You trick your opponent into answering questions for you when it's their turn. He's really thinking a lot here, too. His plans are to become a grandmaster. Ha, Arcane. That's funny. He could. He plays good chess. Whoa, no wonder he was thinking. Dude's sacking a knight. What? And then exposing me to the check. What? Wow. Wow. All right, now I gotta think. Checks, captures, and threats. As usual. Whoop, I dropped my paper clips. Checks, captures, threats. I'm pretty, I'm a little worried what he might have planned, but you know what? We're on the air. I'm just gonna go ahead and take. I think I know what's coming. There's the check. Yeah, so I did know it's coming. And then f7 is not available for my king because his knight's still in the center of the board. Is king e7 my best move here? I gotta check. Is king e7 my best move, though? Certainly not king d8. King e7, it looks like. Is Jollification going to clobber me in the opening here? I mean, he sacked a piece for my center pawn. I'm not used to seeing that against that, strong d5 pawn chain. It was just good tactical spotting by him. All right, now I got to be super accurate. I'm in trouble. He is threatening checkmate. Let us see. Checks, captures, and threats. If I had 2 moves in a row, I'd be okay. But I do not have 2 moves in a row. All right. So first thing you gotta do is calm your mind a little bit. You're not in checkmate yet. Queen b6. So I'm not getting checkmated, and I'm counterattacking a bit here. There's, a famous football coach once said the best defense is a good offense, and yeah. This could turn around on my opponent very quickly. I could play, queen e3 check. He goes like king d1, then I play bishop g4 check. He maybe takes with his knight, and then my rook goes d8, and I pin his queen to his king or something like this, right? And I know he's watching. And yeah, I'm in some hot water here. That's great. This is what I live for. Okay, so wow, he castles queenside, which is going to allow me a momentary check. Must be very accurate here. Must examine my checks, captures, and threats. This is when you gotta do the hard work. My opponent has 4 pieces. My king, 100% exposed. 100% exposed. No increment in this game either. I wouldn't mind trading queens with him. Take a lot of pressure off me if I could trade queens with him. Anytime you stray very far off the beaten path in the opening, you could end up with a wild, crazy position like this where you're, you know, king safety is in a lot of jeopardy. And that is why those opening lines are uncommon. That's why you don't see it. See, sometimes, like in the game with Mr. Blister, I was remembering a game Henry Bird played, I was remembering a game Steinitz played, and so on and so forth. And then even Kasparov. Then the game with Jollification, other games come to memory, and I knew I was well within the opening book. And then now against Jollification, I mean, yeah, 3 F6. And then 7 Queen F6. I asked for it, and he delivered. Yep. Move 3 F6, move 7 Queen F6, and move 9 Knight H6. All 3 of these moves were kind of asking for trouble. As a tactical player, I'm not afraid to ask for trouble. I just know when I am. Is this a rated game? I think it's rated on chess.com, but not USCF rated or stuff. Welcome to the program. It's your first time chatting. Jollification is taking his time because he knows he's close. He's very close. All right, Queen D3. It's defending, defending, and defending. He's defending his bishop, defending E3. It's a nice move. It really is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play Rook D8 right now. And try and trade Z off some of this danger. I've got this defended twice. My king's on a dark square. His knight can check me in one move, but I've got those squares controlled by my pawns, as far as I can tell. My rook's defended a couple times. Had Jollification played me the first game of the morning, then our time situation's probably reversed. It'd be more like the Mr. Blister game. Okay. And this was a really nice move. Very nice jollification. So if my queen takes his bishop, then he gets queen c7. He's going to get my rook. I'm going to play knight f5 and threaten the trade of queens on e3. So I'm threatening queen takes e3 check, queen takes e3, then knight takes e3. Alright, so he takes here first. And I believe I want to, let's see, how do I want to do this? Checks, captures, and threats. That's how I want to do this. Let's get this move right. Because I have some checks, I have some captures, and I have some threats. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. You know, if I take with my queen, then I'm gonna take with my king. And there comes this check again. And I'm just hanging on. I'm just hanging on. Just a barely. I could play bishop d6 here. In which case I block the check, and I'm still threatening the queen trade. If I can get this queen trade. But then he's going to take my bishop. So now I got to come back here. If queen takes e3, queen takes e3, knight takes e3, rook takes d6. So I gotta come here again. All my pieces are available now. Finally, I've untangled things. And he is defending his e3. I'm gonna put a rook in the same file as his queen, and then I think I can take his knight while threatening his queen. Yeah, I think this works. He got low on time. He got low on time this time. And then I have an extra piece. So this time, jollification, he's a good chess player. He got himself in a little bit of time trouble this time around. I think we're going to keep this closed over here, because my knight can fall back and defend these two pawns. This is no big deal for me. Oh, I'm low on time now too. I better pay attention. I see what you're doing there, jollification. You're being sneaky. Good for you. Good for you, being sneaky. I like it. All right, good, exciting game. Let's look at the game review real fast. Jollification, that was exciting. Exciting stuff. Let's look at the game review. It's a great tool. Ha! Our accuracy wasn't so great. Let's start the review. I'll go through real fast. Yeah, e5 is a mistake, it says. Ha ha. Queen f6 is a blunder. It's a blunder. I should have played knight f6 there. I know that. Now what did he miss here? Boom. Yeah. And then he's easily got it. This is the danger of inventing things. There's only one good move here. What? Going into the den of the lion? Right into the file? I wasn't going to go into the file with the queen. Okay. And now here's all this pressure. All right, so queen b6 is good. I had a better option. Really? I don't know. Let's see what they said was the best option. Oh, yeah, queen d6 threatening trade. All right, so I went queen b6 because I was looking at this and this, creating a dilemma for his queen. He castles, and then bishop e6 is a great move. Says so. Chess.com says so. Who am I to argue? And then rook d8. Let's see what he should have done there. Ah, pop his knight in the way, attacking my queen. Got it. Then my knight comes closer. I only had one good option, it says. What should I have done? Trade. Now, I looked at that, but then it's like he reloads, and then he's got another piece in the game, and I wanted to get my knight closer. Bishop d6. I'm going to end up losing a blunder. What should I have done? Knight. Yeah. Ending up losing a bishop, I mean. Ending up losing a blunder, no. And then he misses his win here. Wow. Wow. Yep. Because then if bishop takes, then knight takes, forking the queen and bishop, right? Yeah, yeah. Very tactical, as we might guess. That was a mistake. And I knew that was a mistake right when he played it. Tides have turned now. And I have an extra piece in the endgame, which I will use to good advantage. And both of our ratings weren't, according to chess.com, weren't anywhere near as good as we usually play. But this is what happens when you improvise a tactical opening early. So congratulations to the 3 players that I played. Jellification, yeah. You played a really good game, and you know what? Congratulations on graduating high school and once again being a part of the Daily Chess Musings community. It's been a pleasure being challenged by you for 3+ years now. Mr. Lister, congratulations on getting me. You forced that trade of queens with that pawn move, and then I didn't leave myself enough time on the clock. And let's see. Yeah, knight x d5 was brilliant. It was a brilliant move. Jollification, you taking, your knight taking my center pawn, which was defended. Wow. Wow. I play a lot of chess. People don't just do that. And of course, Copper April. Wow, that was a great game, man. You played really, really good. You had like an 80-something% accuracy as like a 800 rated player on here. You played really, really good. Let's see, Arcane Doctrine. Thank you for being showing up and being a moderator for us. I appreciate that. And everybody have a great rest of your day in camp. And I will see you guys later this week. So long.